Jubi Show.
That's funny.
Hello, this is the Jubi Show.
Yeah, we're still a little tired from last night's late night.
We had an extra special episode last night that
10 p.m.
it was at a special time on a special night, and it was a special show. Maybe we'll show it again sometime. I don't know. I thought it was a pretty good episode.
It was, and
But-
I don't know what we were thinking trying to do two in 24 hours.
2 episodes in one day.
That'll take a lot right out of you, because as you can see, a lot of work goes into one of these things.
I mean, seriously, a lot more than you'd think.
It's true,
You'd
as
think
we just found out today.
Yeah, like, wow.
Well.
It's like our full-time job. And
We go home, it's like, okay, Thursday, 10 o'clock, when it ends, we have to run. We don't run, we have cars, come on.
I don't have a car.
He doesn't have a car, I drive him back, and then we spend the next week, like, at least 8 hours a day.
I have a bus, though.
Brian has a bus.
Sometimes I drive that.
Sometimes he drives that. But the point is, we're constantly...
What's the point?
I'm getting to it. We are constantly, always, all of the time, thinking of everything to do for this. That's it.
That's true.
Did I just waste like 3 minutes?
And it's funny because, like, we're talking about all the time we spend coming up with ideas for the show, but all we're really doing right now is, like, openly trying to waste time. I mean, that's what we're doing.
Yeah, we really don't care, is the bottom line. We spend all this time, but when it comes right down to it.
We try to seem like we're hard workers.
Should we have admitted that?
Well, we're admitting it right now. I'm admitting it.
Okay, well, I just thought maybe it would help the illusion of the whole thing.
But let that not...
Deter you from watching.
Yeah.
Because we really do put a lot of work into it.
We have like a whole page, if Jake will hold that up. See that?
That's a whole page.
That's a whole entire...
It's like 3/4 of a whole
paper.
page.
Full of stuff that we're going to do today. And I for one, am looking forward to the show tonight. Because,
Me too.
Like, we're doing all kinds of fun stuff.
Uh-huh.
We're doing our usual stuff, like this TV. And on top of that, we're doing new stuff.
That's what we do. We just do a lot of stuff. We like to try out new stuff.
We tried out a lot of new stuff last year.
Yeah, that was weird. Oh.
You know, I had this idea. As you may know, I enjoy cooking, and one of my favorite vegetables to use in my cooking recipes is onions.
Oh, yeah. I feel ya.
Yeah. You know what I'm talking about.
I'm feeling it real.
And they're so delicious that I wonder why they don't call them onions.
You know, I think you might be onto something, because when you bite into an onion, the first thing that you think of is how delicious the onion is.
Yeah, I mean, it just overwhelms you how good it is.
And
It's
wouldn't it be
succulent.
nice if they just were, like, food was named after what it felt like?
Yeah.
Because, like, there would be a lot of, well, I guess a lot of foods would have the word yum in them, but some of them not so much.
Or-yums.
Oriums. Liam.
Lemyums.
Grace. Grape. Grapes good to eat.
Lasagnas.
Lasagnas. Or
just lasagna.
What about a yum-yum?
What about a yum-yum?
Yum-yum. That's like describing the best possible food you could eat. And
that's what an onion is. It's the best. It's like the perfect
once
food.
you get that flaky outer atmosphere right out of the outside of that big onion.
Yeah. Yum-yum.
Yum-yum. Yum-yum.
Yum-yum.
Then you got a big, juicy a food to eat.
It's got everything. It's got a funny. Do you ever take a little slice of onion and stick it under a microscope and look at it?
Dude, we did that in some kind of...
Oh, wow, look at that. Wow. I can't even believe that.
No.
Look at that.
This is like better than what we're doing.
All right, let's continue.
Yeah, so you put it under a microscope.
Yeah.
Do you ever do that?
No, I don't. What happens?
Well, if you ever decide to do that, which I recommend, which is why I brought it up, you can actually take a little piece of it, put it under a microscope.
Huh. What does that do?
Well, you can see it up close.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
But if you put, you can put like dye on it, like not like dead dye, like somebody's gonna die, like DYE dye on your onion sliver, and then you can see the little holes.
Oh. Yum.
Oh, yum.
Like the cells.
Yeah, thank you. The cells. They have, they're like, there's like a cell wall, and, oh, I should know this.
What are all those things? There's all these, like, we learned this in 10th grade, like all the little, the parts
Insides,
of a cell.
Yeah. They've got like a cytoplasm and like a mitochondria. Cyanidrial.
Isn't there some chlorophyll involved?
There's chlorophyll.
I think
that's why they're
chlorophyll.
green.
Yeah, and like the onion cell wall is hard and crunchy, which is why the onion itself is so crunchy when you bite into it, as we do. Yeah, so that's all we have to say about onions, or as Jake likes to call them, yum-yums.
Yum-yums. Yeah, I like to call them yum-yums because, get what you think about them right out of the way first and then go right into what it is.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Actually, I believe in a little bit we're going to take some calls. But first, I think we should talk about, we have a new sponsor. Because this costs a lot of money to run.
We're all pretty excited about this. We, to cover our expenses, have started receiving a little bit of money from...
And all the beef amato we can handle.
And all the beef amato we can ever...
There it is.
I like to take an onion and marinate it in beef amato.
I like my onions marinated in beef amato.
It's the perfect marinade.
Because, okay.
Jamal likes to do that with it. I don't go into
Well,
that
okay,
myself,
let me just say this. You ever eat a hamburger, Brian?
No, I don't. I've never. What is though?
Well, it's if you take a big... That's not what I do with it. That's what he does with it. Well, you make like a beef, like a cow, like a cow.
Yeah.
You take one of those, and when the cow is dead, I am going to say dead this time.
Oh,
thank you. When the cow is dead, you can make it into what's called a hamburger.
Oh.
And you know how you put a tomato on it? Like you put a big slice of tomato on your hamburgers when you eat them?
Yeah.
Yeah, you do it all the time.
Yeah, I do it.
They wouldn't be easier, maybe, just to put like instead of just that, why don't you just drink a beverage that's already got your beef and your tomato in it?
Sometimes when I eat a hamburger, I put it in the blender and just do that, and it
Yeah.
turns into that stuff.
And why do that when you could just like here?
Except there's no bread in this, I don't
No.
think. But
You could just buy it on the shelf. You don't
Anyway.
even need to make your own beef amato. But I think we should. I think we should at least show that magazine clipping of it. That the newest. I believe their slogan is beef amato. It's perfect for cats. So I don't know. Maybe we can go ahead and put that up. All right, we're working on that.
we'll have that thing for you. It's perfect for cats.
It is. I mean, do you ever, when you've got your beef amato and your cat,
Yeah.
like, you'll walk home.
Pour one over the other.
Well, that too. But sometimes you'll walk in and the cat will be like at the beef amato, and then it sees you and it's like,
Meow.
well, that, or it runs away and tries to pretend like it's not perfect for cats, just so that so that you'll. There it is.
Hey.
It's perfect for cats.
Oh, look at that. Oh, look at that cat. I know
think
that cat.
I do too. She likes that beef amato.
That's a nice cat. So anyway, this is our sponsor. We are required to talk about it for 5 minutes, and we're also required to have somebody rip open their shirt and pour it on themselves.
Which we just saw earlier.
So, yeah. Let's just put that right there.
Do you want to? When should we start like taking phone calls? I mean.
Oh, I'd like to start taking some phone calls.
Yeah, is that doable? I suppose. If not, I mean we can wait till whenever.
Right now, I need to wait till Jamal gets back.
Oh, okay. I see what's going on. I didn't realize that he was gone. Well, I guess we can. I was wondering, do you ever like on a Friday or Saturday night, do you ever go bowling?
Yes. No, I don't. Sometimes I do.
Well, have I got a treat for you? I'm gonna try. Cause you're always asking me. You're like, Jake,
Yeah.
I don't get this. I don't understand. What is this grid? What is this grid of numbers doing?
Yeah.
And I'm gonna try to tell you how to score it.
You haven't been live on the air at all.
For real?
For real, you haven't been live on the air until just now.
Wow. That's good.
That is good.
Well, here we are.
This is the Jubi Show.
Thank you for
Hey.
watching this show.
This is great.
So what have you been up to, Brian?
It's like a second lease on life.
It's like a second lease on
We get to start
life.
this show all over again.
It's funny because, I mean, if this ever reruns, I have a feeling that it's going to be, like, it's all on tape, the whole thing.
Yeah,
you
so
know?
we can just do the
So,
whole thing.
yeah.
And it'll be funny.
Yeah, okay. Well, anyway, thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching the show.
I hope you guys saw that special episode last night.
We did an episode, I can't believe it. 2 episodes in
24 hours. Just think, 24 hours ago, we were getting ready to do our 10 o'clock episode last night.
We are on a roll. I think.
We are on a roll.
Because that was such a good episode yesterday. I hope you get to see it again. I'm sure we'll play it at some point.
Or, the internet. Eventually,
Yeah.
we've got some kinks to work out, but that episode will probably be available on the
It'll
internet.
be online.
Jubishow.com is the website.
And we're doing this episode now, which is such a great episode.
It has been, and
It's been
you
great.
guys wouldn't know it, but
Well,
it's,
we were just
it's
sitting
the
here.
tops.
We were just sitting here talking, and it was great.
And then we were told that it was all for naught because we weren't even nobody was
But
even
I mean,
seeing this.
it felt good. I mean, like just for our own purposes, it was fun for
Yeah,
me.
it's like a little warm-up rehearsal for the next 10 minutes.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I'm ready. I don't know what for what.
Jubi Show.
Again? Oh. This is the theme song. I don't know if they can even hear me talking.
I'm not sure what's going on. Are we on? Like.
All right.
Weirdest episode.
Whether or not we actually have said anything at all to anybody, I don't know.
I'm not sure.
The point is, I'm just going to pretend like the second time we started talking about the intro.
This is the Jubi Show. Welcome to the Jubi Show. You know, we did an episode. This is like the second episode in 24 hours.
And possibly the second or maybe even third time you've heard us say this. We don't know.
That's just blowing my mind. I mean, we're on a roll here.
It's really kind of freaking me out.
Like, we did that great episode yesterday, and I really hope you get a chance to see it. I think we'll be.
I hope we get a chance to have this same conversation in 5 minutes again.
You can go to the website.
Jubishow.com. Hans, please feel free to start the show over anytime you want.
Roll that theme music again.
Anyway, I think we should move on. We had a show last night. It was fun. We took some calls. It was weird. It
was great.
But Brian, I believe you've been cooking in the kitchen lately.
I've been cooking a lot in the kitchen, and I have something to say about it. I'd like to just touch briefly on my favorite cooking ingredient, which is the onion. And I like onions.
I love them.
I
love to bite into the outside of an onion.
You take an onion, you pull it right off of its root.
Rip that white, crusty outside right off the outside of it.
It's like you're ripping someone's clothes off, and you just bite into it.
And it's a good onion.
Succulent. And I think it just confuses me to no end that it's called onion and not yum.
Oh, because it tastes so good?
Because that's what I say to myself every time.
When you bite into that onion.
I say yum.
Your first reaction is yum. You know, they should name other foods after what they make you feel like.
Like Oreums.
Oreums or grapes good to eat.
Here's one. Lasagna.
Oh, what about yum-tatoes?
Yum-tato chips.
Potato yums. Oh,
Potato-yum.
I got a new name for your onion.
Okay.
What about a yum-yun?
Hey.
What are you going to do about that?
Why not, why not just yum-yum?
Yum-yum.
Yum-yums.
Just get right down to it. Get right with it.
Yeah, because
say what you feel twice, and then eat an onion.
Yeah. I just can't get enough of these onions.
Nope.
Or as Jake likes to call them, yum-yums.
Man. Oh, hey, I think we should bring up our new sponsor. We have a new sponsor. It's called
a little bit
because it's
freakishly expensive.
Freakishly expensive to produce this episode. Not this thing that we're about to talk about. What we have here is a product. It's entitled Beefamato, and I believe it is. Well, it's like. I guess they want you to use it as a tomato cocktail, but honestly, I just drink it in a glass with ice. Yeah, like the clam juice. Some people like to do that with it. I personally don't.
I don't think that's what it's intended for, but as part of the deal for our sponsorship, we are required not only to talk about it a lot, but to have somebody rub the bottle over their bare chest. And then have Hans rub the bottle, and then have me do it.
I won't do it.
Well, that's okay. I mean, it's only Hans and me and Jamal that are contractually obligated to do it.
Oh, that's right. I wouldn't sign that one.
Yeah.
Anyway,
you would have no part in it.
They have a new.
Thanks for that, Jake. By the way, because we could have had that extra $500, but
I could have had. Oh.
But you didn't.
Well, anyway,
they have so many scruples. Anyway,
there's their new magazine ad.
It's perfect for cats.
It's perfect for
And
cats.
It's perfect for rubbing on Jamal, and it's just a lot of fun for everyone.
Cats love it. Do you ever walk home? Do you ever come home? When your cat's like not expecting you to be there, and then you find it sitting there right next to the big jug of beef amato
With that guilty look in
with that
their
guilty
eyes.
look. You know what they've been doing.
And then they run away and shout meow.
That's what they do.
Oh.
So, you like bowling? I gotta ask you this, Brian. I've been wondering all night. Do you ever just go out and bowl some bowling balls?
It's funny you should ask that because the answer is yes, I do.
Well, do you ever wonder what those funny little boxes are where they put those numbers with the X's and the slashes and the 9s and the 4s? Do you ever wonder about that?
No.
Okay.
Well, yeah, I do. A lot.
Oh, well then, have I got a treat for you? Do you know how it works?
No.
All right.
I don't.
Well, I'm just going to try to make this as simple as possible. There we go. There's your bowling thing. So say you roll the ball.
Oh, there's my name.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
You roll it, and you
How am I
probably
doing?
don't hit any pins.
Oh.
So we'll put like a little dash in to the left of that top box there to denote that you didn't hit any pins.
I don't get it though.
There you go.
Oh, I
Now, say you knock them all down.
Okay.
That's what's known as a spare if it's on your second shot. So that is a little slash,
Okay.
right? And so we don't know how many points that first frame is. There you go. So you'll roll
So,
again.
Did I win the game or did I lose the game?
Well, we haven't. There's actually you get to roll 10 frames.
Oh.
Do you
Well,
see?
how about that?
The point is, I could go on all night shouting out numbers to fill out the rest of this bowling grid.
Right.
Because it would take a long time.
Yeah.
But
It would.
the point is,
What's the point? Get to the point.
there, okay, so you got 2 1s.
Ooh.
So what you do is that spare counts for 10 plus whatever you got the first shot of your next frame. So we can go ahead and put an 11 in that first frame. And then since you only got another 1, you can go ahead and since you got 2 in the second frame, that score would be 13. So you'd have 13 points. Does that make sense?
I simply don't understand.
Well, you're basically just adding the numbers in the top together to combine
So
together.
I add 1 and 1 and some punctuation marks,
There it is.
and I get 2.
Right. Now, say you knock them all down at the beginning of that next frame.
Okay.
It kind of freaks me out when I see Jamal walk off into the hallway because I think that we're going to have to start talking again.
This is the Jubi show.
No, don't even
We're
start.
on.
So there's that. We don't know because a strike, you actually add the next 2 scores to get.
Okay, so you add 1 plus 1.
No, we're on the third frame.
Oh.
Well,
This game is too complicated.
it's taking a really long time. Maybe. Oh, I was about to suggest calls again, but I realized Jamal's gone. The point is, this is a skill. Yeah, there they go. They're popping up now. Do you see that? Does that make sense?
It does not make any sense at all. I don't understand that game. I don't understand it.
All right. Well,
Here's the thing. Why?
yeah. Thank you. You know, that it would have been better if we hadn't wasted like 25 minutes doing the show beginning
Yeah.
4 times or whatever we've been sitting in here doing. The point is, I was going. Are we set up to show that clip of that weird game at all?
Oh.
I know that's on the DV deck, and I know somebody's gone, but I can skip stuff. We can talk about
Hey, do you want to do the
New Yorker cartoons.
Yeah. If you recall last night's episode, we talked about the magazine The New Yorker, and we discussed how the cartoons in The New Yorker don't make any sense, and they're very not funny at all most of the time.
Sometimes you get a really good one.
And we talked about how maybe we could probably do better New Yorker cartoons than the ones that are in the New Yorker. So we went right ahead and did it. So let's look at these. There's the first one. The caption reads, what does that say?
I'm sorry, my beautiful wife, but so tiny. But in spite of your, well,
someone in there is going to read it for you. It's the Grim Reaper in bed reading a magazine, and his Grim Reaper wife is wearing some sexy lingerie, and the Grim Reaper is saying, I'm sorry, my beautiful wife, but in spite of your sexual advances, the stresses of my workplace have rendered me very impotent this evening. Okay? It's pretty funny.
Yeah. So is that like a real one, or is that one we drew?
No, that's one we drew.
Wow, we're quite perplexing at times.
Yeah. I think it's a good one. Let's show that next one. It's two pigs, and one of them is saying to the other, yeah, but will the old lady in New York City understand it? Oh man,
That's
one
good,
is pretty funny.
If you know anything about the New Yorker, you'll know that what you had the story about that. You had the scoop.
Oh, well, apparently, I don't know if this is an apocryphal story or not, but a long time ago, the New Yorker editor, somebody was approaching them and saying that nobody will read this magazine because it's all about New York, and who wants to read a magazine about New York City? And then the editor was like, well, I don't care. And then the guy was like, but the little old lady in Dubuque won't understand it.
So this is sort of like an in-your-face type of deal.
In your face.
All right.
Oh, yeah, this one.
We can read it. We got it.
The man in the front is saying, we're coordinating a preemptive reenactment.
Do you get it? It's like, it's oh.
It's funny on so many
Gettysburg
levels.
In 1862, see, like the year before the Battle of Gettysburg, and they're saying, we're coordinating a oh boy.
These
Aren't
are
these so
just
funny?
about as funny as the New Yorker ones. Anyway, the goal is we're actually going to get these published.
Yeah. This is our last one. This is my favorite one. It says, maybe Jamal will read this one.
I get so tired of this rat race.
See, it's a funny man.
Yeah, he's tired.
He's tired of this rat race.
Oh man.
You should show the first one.
Do that first one again.
I'm sorry, my beautiful wife, but in spite of your sexual advances, the stresses of my workplace have rendered me quite impotent this evening. And the skeleton wife has little skeleton nipples.
Yeah, she does.
Oh man. Anyway, we're gonna get this published.
Yeah, I don't know. We should have figured out how to do that more efficiently on the show.
That was pretty good, though.
As regards to the whole being able to read the captions thing. But anyway, that's our thing with the New Yorker cartoons. And
should we take some phone calls?
I'm in the mood for some phone calls.
We got a half hour left. We can do some phone calls.
Yeah.
So if you want to call in and talk to us about onions or beef amato or cats or New Yorker cartoons or bowling, if you don't understand that incredible.
So let's go back to that. So what happens when you knock down all of the pins?
Well, that's called a strike, Brian. Strikes are good in bowling and bad in baseball.
So what if you get 3 strikes? Are you out, like in baseball? Or are you in, like in bowling?
No. See, the way it works is, in bowling, actually, it's funny you mention it, because 3 strikes is actually called a turkey.
I heard it was called a 3-bagger.
You can call it that, too. See? There we go. That person
Ah.
just got a turkey, Brian. I believe that was you.
I'm doing pretty good.
I have no idea. Well, I do have an idea of how to calculate the score, but it would take much too much brain power to do without a calculator.
Okay, fine.
Do you think we ought to show that clip that we found of that weird Japanese video game?
Yeah, I think we should definitely do that.
There's this Japanese video game that's coming out or is out in Japan called Metal Wolf Chaos. And I don't know how we found this, but the bottom line is it's all in English and it has Japanese subtitles. And I don't exactly know what's happening, but there are some bad guys or something, and they are doing bad things, and the only person who can stop them is the President of the United States in a giant Japanese fighting machine robot. And his name is like Michael Wilson or something. Anyway, we just sort of have a couple minutes of this video that we'd like to show because it's just, I don't know, I can't even believe it.
By the end of the first quarter of the 21st century, freedom was dead in America. Beginning with a large-scale military coup d'etat that erupted in various cities throughout the nation, the rebels seized power in all the central institutions of government. The entire nation appeared to have fallen completely into the hands of the coup d'etat forces. However, one final hope in opposing the coup d'etat forces remained. This final hope being the U.S. President himself.
It looks like a fancy party is about to start. This kind of party is a first for me. Mr. President?
Okay, let's party! Welcome to the White House.
A heart of justice is a heart that loves America. Surrender now, while your crimes are still not so serious. So, to any terrorist sympathizers, if an ounce of justice still remains in you, give up on that man and surrender by 5 p.m. today. This is our final ultimatum. This has been an announcement from the Government Policy Promotion Department, where the password is, "We love Richard Hawk."
President?
Nothing is pointless. And the reason is because I'm the President of the great United States of America. Yeah!
Mr. President!
Jody, I'm gonna step out into outer space.
The dessert coming.
The Cub Show.
This video game is taking an interesting turn.
Yeah, they had me up and, well, no, actually, I think it was just starting to get good there.
Yeah.
Anyway, that game was weird.
Let's
and you
talk
can
about
it. Yeah, let's seriously talk about it.
And if you want to talk about it, yeah, that's the number you call. Right about there.
Yeah.
That show, game, that's a crazy, weird game.
I can't believe that it's real. I don't know what's going on over there where they're making these, but
My favorite quote was, "Nothing is impossible because I'm the president of the great United States of America." Yarg!
Oh, while we're on the subject of just playing videos for you. Oh. Well.
Go ahead.
Well, we have another thing that we're going to show. I'm not exactly sure exactly what it is, but
we better talk to this.
We'll talk to them
first.
about it first.
They're probably just going to shout abuse at us.
I have a feeling you're right.
Or maybe it's a nice person.
Could be. It's hard to tell.
Sometimes you get the nice ones, and sometimes you don't.
Yeah. Well, anyway, there's this clip that we're going to play. To be quite honest, I haven't ever seen it before, so I don't know what it's going to be like.
I don't either.
That's nice. Anyway.
Yeah.
Why don't we go ahead and play this? It's called Beaten But Not Broken.
So, how'd that make you feel?
Well, I guess it made me frustrated with myself.
Mm-hmm. See, that does us no good when we feel that way about ourselves. I understand it must be tough to get beaten over and over and over and over again. I mean, especially you, Glass Joe. Because there's not even a
Hi, I'm not sure I'm in the right room. Is this, beaten but with dignity?
You bet it is, big guy. Let me be the first to welcome you to our little group here. I'm sure you'll find a lot of help and support from our other members. It's not always easy being a boss. That's always being beaten.
It's just so hard sometimes.
Well, why don't you take a seat and tell us all about it?
I've been in this business for over 20 years now. I'm in this game called Kung Fu, and there's this guy that always comes and he beats me. I've got the stick, but it does no good.
Well, that's something that we're just going to have to learn to live with, and yet still be proud of who we are.
You know, I've got something to add here. I've got the same problems as you do. I'm in Ninja Gaiden.
Isn't it Gaiden?
I start walking at this guy, and I can't hit him with my machete. I mean, I start swinging, and he just starts jumping on walls and stuff. I can never seem to hit the guy.
Hey man, the world is tough and you just gotta deal with it. Like this other day, I was just minding my own business behind my turret wall, and this guy just keeps running at me with double spread, man. So I tried shooting at him at a 45-degree angle, but he just keeps jumping over my bullets. Life is tough, man.
Life can be hard when you're always beaten. But we need to remember what's really important.
Like friendship.
Yes.
For the new guy here, this is my good friend Bobo from Double Dragon. He's taken a lot of beatings in his time. Especially from this moving conveyor belt that he always seems to fall off and disappear. Who knows where he goes? He's gone for weeks at a time. Clearly, though, it's taken his toll on him. But I'll always be by his side.
And you're a great person for doing so. You see how fulfilling life can be if we don't always have to worry about getting beaten again?
Just like to add something on that note. I finally put my community college art degree to use last weekend. Opened up my first performance art show. Oranges and machetes.
That's fantastic! How'd it go?
Not so well.
You guys are all stupid, all right? We are first level bosses. That is our job. Okay, we should be going out there every day and doing the best to win.
Well, Glass Joe, we can't always win.
Listen, Sweater Vest, I think I can always win. I know I go out there every day trying to win. The guy's just too fast. What are you gonna do? Well, I've seen you throw a punch or two. I think you may be a little bit slow, if you know what I mean. Could knock you down, East Coast. Bring it!
Whoa, whoa,
It's happening again!
boop, 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 boop. Like that.
We've got kind of a like video game theme.
Yeah, I didn't even know what thing we were gonna show.
Yeah, like that was a surprise to us. I had no idea
we bring this clip of that Japanese game, and then somehow there's this other video game thing.
Yeah.
It's weird.
I mean, maybe it was a coincidence. Maybe
My
it
favorite
wasn't.
part was the actors they got to portray those video game characters. They were so well suited to their role. You know, they looked. Their look was identical to the actual.
I was amazed by that and by the special effects. There were some very good special effects in that.
There were.
Like when the guy threw the dagger,
and then
the other guy
exploded.
blew apart.
Well, Julie, to answer your question, I guess it wasn't really a question so much as if I'm trying to say something, I should do like this. Am I doing it? Am I saying it? I don't know what I'm saying. Maybe you're getting my message.
I thought that he was intentionally holding it not with the label showing, because his shirt already says Dr. Pepper, and like if you could see
there's a little Dr. Pepper logo. Isn't that enough for you, Julie? Isn't one Dr. Pepper
seriously Julie,
logo enough for you?
And also, what's the deal with calling the show and not actually talking to the show? Like, you do realize you didn't actually talk to us, right? Julie, you didn't talk to us
You
at
certainly
all.
had a lot of fun.
You talked to a guy in there.
A guy back there, which is fun, but
so passive
not
aggressive.
as fun.
Just tell us if you have a problem with us.
If you don't like how I drink my soda pop, you can tell it to me.
Seriously, Julie.
Well, I believe we've got another clip to show you.
Hey,
don't we? Don't we have that new movie coming out? Or is
when are we going to do our mailbag?
You want to do the mailbag right now?
Let's do that.
Yeah, let's do that right now.
Because we have just too many clips.
We got some letters. People write us letters all the time. We've got this email account, jubishow@gmail.com. And, well, we're going to read some of them just so that you know that this is actually happening. Yeah, go ahead.
This one reads, Dear Jubi Show, I'm writing in to inform your viewing audience that spuckity truckity spow. I live in a van. Important. You show is great, man. Yours, Beft. I was having trouble following. Like, what is this person trying to tell us?
Most of these people that are writing these letters in, I'm not sure what is going on in their heads.
I know. This guy thought that it was pretty important what he was saying, but
apparently he lives in a van. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I think that's pretty neat.
Dear Jubble Show, I'm afraid that your show has already, after 2 episodes, quite resoundingly jumped the shark. Well, I think you might be onto something.
You've seen this episode?
Have you seen this episode? What about this episode? Try to jump the shark after this one.
Yeah, am I right?
I can't watch for 5 minutes without you guys waving some product in my face. Oh my gosh. You know what, guys? You can take your beef amato and shove it right up your collective butt. I'm disgusted. Disgusting. Disgustingly, Warles Watongo. I don't think he's seen episode 3. Well, maybe he has because he knew about the beef amato.
Well, Warles, I think you'd do well.
Yeah.
To watch this episode because it's pretty good.
It's really good.
And
it's really good.
And this is pretty good too.
Beef amato.
Beef amato.
It's perfect for cats.
You got a cat? This is the stuff. There. Oh, I like that cat.
Yeah, me too. You got one?
Yeah, I got one. Dear Jubi Show, thank you for the wonderful time to watch last night. The ice cream was great, and I ate one today. You make me feel Fredericks. Well, I thought that was very nice. Thank you, Fredericks. Thanks for letting us
I'm a fan of ice
you.
cream as well. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Okay, this last one is this last? No, I think we got a couple more. Maybe, I don't know. Anyway, Jumbo. Swats was a good way to go, I think. That whole thing was all working together like a dream. Not too many things, but not too few to see all at once. I once did something like that, or tried to anyway. Let's just say things didn't go as smoothly that time for me, if you know what I mean. It remains time for me to finish going to the bathroom, you know? I wrote you from here in my toity room, you see? 1, 2, 3. I counted 3 of them, you see? You know what I mean? Well, I'm time for me to finish now, so I will thank you once again for reading my second novel about the bees. You loved it. Too many things, Rob Bob Stempleton.
That was a really good letter.
It's weird.
Bob, I congratulate you on your
second novel.
Second novel. I was going to say successful bathroom visit.
Oh, I think we have a caller. Who's my buddy?
Let's find out. You're
hey,
on the
what's
Jubi
up?
What's up, people? How's it going?
Hey!
I'm back. This is my second time on the show.
Yeah.
Toby isn't around, so I don't get cut off.
Yeah,
no,
Toby is not here.
He was riding some kind of hurricane wave.
I don't know what his deal is, but how's it going?
It's going all right. I have a question. I missed last week's show, and I was wondering, did Dylan's mom call back with the dog?
No, she didn't. In fact, last week we kind of had some technical problems, and we didn't actually succeed in running our episode last week, so we had it last night instead.
Oh,
so there were problems.
Hans, if you get a chance, maybe you could find, if you search for like Minpin or something, maybe we can just pretend like this is her dog.
Minpin, is that like the New Jersey dog, the world's ugliest one?
I heard about that.
It might be. Anyway, she said she had a Minpin, and she also had a Great Pyrenees, which she claimed they were brother and sister.
Yeah.
Which doesn't seem to work.
I don't know how that would work, but
she could make it work.
Yeah, she
something
could.
else, man. I tell you what, if she's out there, holler to what's her name?
I don't know.
Molly.
What was her name?
Molly? Was it Molly?
Might have been Molly.
Yeah,
it was
Molly.
Lots of love. Hope you're doing okay. Say hi to Bug and Dylan and whatnot.
Yeah.
You still can send us a picture of your dog, Molly.
Yeah, please do it. We need some content on this show, I think.
Well, what are you guys doing for your summer, man? What's some exciting things going on?
This pretty much. Like, I'm not doing anything.
You know, really, I don't really do much for fun. I watch a lot of television. I make about an hour of television, or 48 minutes of television in tonight's case.
I think that, see, people always talk about how it's bad to watch too much TV, but I think if you like make an hour of TV for every like 5 hours you watch, I think you're doing okay.
Yeah. So
I think
just
we're in the
make
clear.
TV. If you're gonna watch it, make it too, and then that sort
Yeah.
of cancels it out.
Well, then you need to put some quality. Your TV's off in the back right now. I suggest, what's something good? John from Cincinnati. DuckTales, yeah.
DuckTales. Maybe we'll do that next week.
Yeah.
Thanks for the excellent suggestion.
All right, I'll take a producer credit for that.
All right, we'll put you in.
Okay. Hey, are you gonna check out some beef motto when you go to the grocery store?
I think I missed that part of the show. I just got here.
Oh well, they're sponsoring our show, so we can.
Do you want to see the ad?
We have to have a plug.
All right, yeah, let's see it.
Yeah,
Wait,
here's the ad.
roll film.
It's just actually a magazine ad.
That is a cute cat.
Is that real?
That is a real.
That's a real photograph.
But the beef amado, where can I pick that up?
Oh, this is real. Go to the store and get it. I can't get enough of this stuff.
I'll give you $1 if you chug some right now.
I won't do it.
I'm not gonna do it either.
Have one of the cameramen do it. Or the producer.
I'll tell you what we'll do though. Maybe if Jamal comes in here, we can rub the bottle on his bare chest. Oh, this is always fun.
Pour it, man, pour
I don't think he would.
It would
like
make
that very
make a
much.
mess.
Does this hurt?
Not yet. Try. No, it doesn't. No. 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 Not really. No.
I don't
Well-
know what to say
little
right
bit.
now.
Okay.
Oh, you almost had it.
Oh, I'm sorry. I don't like to
who's
get
on
into
the
that sort of
TV
thing
right now?
without establishing a safe word.
That skeleton thing.
What?
There's like a skeleton thing on the TV.
Oh yeah, we had a New Yorker cartoon. Oh, is that what you were talking?
Oh no, he's talking about this new movie. Is that what you're showing?
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah. Well, there's this new movie
Oh, that
that's
thing, yeah.
coming out, I guess.
Yeah.
It's brand new.
This is a brand new film that's coming to your theater.
Just pretty soon coming out. You can see that it's new but look at how new is this TV? It's like
It reminds me of this movie I saw like 2 nights ago. It's called Monster Squad.
Monster Squad?
Yeah.
What was it about?
These kids formed a monster squad and they battle like Dracula and the creature from the Black Lagoon.
Our director has seen that movie.
All right.
Wow.
Did you like it?
Some mind link going on. I thought I liked it. I was 84, yeah.
That sounds good. Maybe we'll watch it sometime. That reminds me of back when we were all in the war, and we were in Gun Squad.
What war is that?
Oh, you know, the war.
The big one.
The Great War. The big war.
Okay.
The war. You know, when you say the war, that's what you're talking about.
Gun Squad.
We were in Gun Squad, and there's some pretty great stories that...
Far too many to tell tonight.
Yeah, we'll get around to those in next week's episode. So, what are you doing this summer? What's your deal?
I just finished a class, so I'm basically relaxing and chilling, working a little bit, making those ends meet. I'm actually reading an article about Chris Benoit right now.
About who? Who is that?
Chris Benoit is this professional wrestler who killed his wife and child earlier this week.
That's pretty
gruesome.
That's pretty gruesome.
Yeah, it's quite a shock. I don't even follow wrestling, but
Yeah, I don't either, but wow, and that's why, because like people who do that sport, I'm not going to generalize, but sometimes they kill their wives. You know?
It's true. Sometimes.
I mean, not all the
Not
time.
all the time.
Not every single one of them. Just that guy, Chris Lavoie. I mean...
Chris Benoit.
Yeah.
all right, gentlemen, I'm gonna leave you, but we're gonna keep on watching. I like that video. It reminds me of Gummo almost.
Do you want to see a little bit of it, full screen with sound?
Please.
All right, I think we can do that. No? No, we can't do that.
Can't do that.
Maybe some other time.
Some
All right,
other
I'll
time.
be waiting. You guys have a good show.
All right,
Thank you very much for calling.
Yep. All right, bye.
Well, he was nice.
I still feel bad that Taby hung up on him a couple of weeks ago.
I felt
that
really
was
bad
rude.
about that.
If you're watching this on the internet from Des Moines, your little laboratory,
But we're cool now. I mean, that was
just an isolated incident that's not going to happen
Yeah,
again. There it is. There's a min pin. That
dog looks fake.
That dog, I believe that dog's name is
looks
Poopy.
Plastic.
And it's Molly's dog.
Huh. Okay.
Well, at least we're going to claim it is until she sends us a real picture.
Yeah, Jake has a better dog than that, I think.
She's
Jake's
a
dog.
psycho little dog.
Yeah.
Well,
let's see.
We
what else do
actually
have?
had one more letter that was written to the
we
Gmail
received,
account.
We received an email.
Here, you read it.
This email. Do you have that picture queued up? I found, this is what the email says. I found an interesting picture the other day, see attached, and it got me thinking. You kind of have to see it before you understand. There. Is Tabytown located in Jubiland? I know that you've never said anything about the existence of Jubiland, but then again, you've never said it didn't exist. Judging by the picture, Jubiland is a fun place full of happy, fun things. Perhaps you could clarify by email or during the show. From a concerned and curious viewer. Well,
it's not very clear to me even now.
Well, we don't know much about Jubiland.
Taby Town is definitely not in Jubiland. I can say that much for you.
If that's what you're wondering, yeah.
If you're wondering, is the Jubi show somehow in Jubiland?
I don't think so.
Yeah. I don't think so.
I don't think so.
It's an interesting place. I forgot that.
I simply don't know what Jubiland.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, do that again. That was cool.
Wow.
How does that?
I don't know, man.
How is he doing that?
Anyway, Jubi show.
Yeah, Jubiland.
Not in Jubiland, unfortunately. I'd like to go to Jubiland.
What language was that? I thought that looked like Swedish, maybe, or something.
If you know what language that is, send us an email.
jubishow@gmail.com. And we'll know.
Yeah.
I don't think you could even see much of that poster, though.
Nope.
Well, what else do we have on the internet?
Well, we have... Oh, yeah, there's this little video of some people were around a fire, and one of them threw a soda can into the fire and forgot about it for I don't know how long it took, but it was a while. And then one guy was pretending to do a little something. Well, you'll see. And then I just thought that was interesting. I know the person who taped that. There was just unfortunate timing, but it makes for some very good.
Was he doing that with the intention of making a thing explode?
No. He was just doing that to be he was doing his own thing. As far as I know, they'd forgotten about the soda can by the time that happened.
I wonder how long it took when they threw the can into the fire.
Yeah, I didn't even know a can would do that.
I mean, yeah. How does that work? How does that science work?
I'll have to ask him. I think he's down with the science of it too.
How science works. We have 2 minutes.
2 minutes left. Well, we could... We went through that list. It's weird because in reality, we thought we had an hour and we were going along at a pretty good clip. And then we find out that we weren't actually on TV until 9:12 or something.
Yeah.
And then so we rushed through the first bit again, trying to repeat ourselves. So it just kind of messed a little. It kind of, I don't know, I've sort of been not completely with it tonight.
The thing
felt a little odd.
It did feel odd, and I think something... we didn't really take very many calls. We only had one real call.
Yeah, we only had an actual call.
And I think if we take more calls, it'll pad out the show a little bit more.
Yeah.
It's funny that we're just talking about it.
Yeah, this is our review of this episode.
Yeah. Well, that's the episode.
Stay tuned for an episode next week that we'll try to have it together.
Stay tuned?
Stay tuned.
It's on next.
Seriously, stay tuned. Don't leave.
Don't leave your chair until
next week's episode ends at 10 p.m. next Thursday night.
Yeah. And
don't forget to drink beef amato, or don't even feed it to your cat. Just put a bottle down on the floor. They'll love it.
It's a perfect marinade for onions. Onions.
Onions.
As I prefer to call them.
We wrapped it right